up, y'all? It's Crew, also known as Araneae Storm, checking in for the Neptunian series, Neptune and Libra to be exact. I am your Cosmic Rootwork astrologist specializing in Mars activations as well as North Node and South Node consultations. So if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can hit me up at araneastorm.wix.com/info, and you can hit me up on all social media at araneastorm. All right, you feel me? All right. All artwork is available at the shop as well as activations, so you could definitely check that out on the website, and as well as you can visit me on patreon.com/info for extended videos. This video in particular will be the full video, but the other videos that we have that are not shown on fully on YouTube, you can check the rest out at patreon.com, so make sure y'all holler at the nigga. Yeah, feeling me? All right. Neptune and Libra. Let's talk about the planet Neptune first and foremost. Neptune, when we talk about the energy of Neptune, we're talking about Piscean energy, okay? This is when we're talking about your subconscious, the things that go unseen, the hidden agendas. The media is actually ruled by Neptune, all right? This is what we talk about after Aquarius. When we talk about the upper echelon, we go to the Ascendant Masters with Piscean energy and Neptunian energy. This is the veil, the fog, the 12th house, you know, everything that goes to the subconscious mind. Once again, things that are hidden, things that are unseen, your portals, the portals that you go through. This is also where people go to when they want to escape from reality, escape from what's going on our day-to-day, which is 6th house, the Virgoan house, right? And so when Neptune meets up with Libra, okay, and this went on from 1942 to 1956. This is when the poets, the artists, musicians, the, love childs and children and flower and indigo spirits and all that kind of stuff right before the 60s came booming out. People wanted to get out this industrialized, and even though there was still industrial things going on, but, the world was so mundane, at that time. And so people were looking for ways and things to be able to come out and to express themselves even more. This is where we started experiencing, this is the air, you know what I mean? Second air. So instead of like the Gemini communication in movies and things like that, that kind of media, this was more so like artists coming together and trying to make progressive change, because what is Libra? It's the activist, you know what I mean? Trying to make progressive change in the world. So when we put these two energies together, this is definitely because Libra is also talking about relationships. So Libra can be very self-sacrificial when it comes to relationships, especially with Neptune here. It can be double self-sacrificial in relationships, putting other people's needs before their own, all right? So to my Neptune and Libra generation, bless, This is a 14-year cycle. So I'm not sure in this lifetime if we will be experiencing a Neptune and Libra transit. But when you come back for the next cycle and this video is still here, welcome. You feel me? Or if you just want to learn about Neptune and Libra in itself, welcome. You feel me? Let's say can be taken advantage of. And do not compromise, once again, your own needs for everybody else. It's easy for Neptune and Libra to be taken advantage of because Neptune and Libra can be very indecisive about what it wants. It's not always clear about what Neptune and Libra wants because, Neptune and Libra is still trying to figure out what it wants. So if somebody comes in and tells you what you feel like you need or projects onto what you need, it can be easy for Neptune and Libra to just kind of go with it instead of trying to figure it out on their own. You need to lean to Aries, okay? You need to lean over to your Aries, the opposite sign, your opposite sign, you know what I mean? Your homie on the opposite ends of the field for that strength to be able to make and come to a decision during this generation. Because you don't want to be manipulated into doing something that you don't want to do. You feel me? Doing something that goddamn well that you don't want to do, but you're just doing it anyway because you just want to follow along with the group. We're not having that. We're not doing it. Okay? To my Neptune and Libras. All right. To my Neptune and Libras. Okay? So, using art to heal and bring people together. So once again, this is my artistic generation, very artistic, artsy, using the rhythm and poetry to basically bring people and merge different worlds in one place. It's very diplomatic as well. Very, 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 very diplomatic. So you'll have natural mediators in this generation, people who are able to see both sides of the coin and then help people get to the middle of that coin. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always just one-sided. Neptune and Libra wants to bring, the balance of the scales. It wants to bring two worlds into one together. You know what I mean? And if it can avoid all conflict, Neptune and Libra, it will, instead of addressing it more so like a Neptune and Aries. But then even too, when you have Neptune in anything, it can be a little muddled. So what really is like the end all be all there. Idealism at an all-time high. World peace generation. So this is the generation in creating harmonious groups. So a lot of people, once again, coming together for a cause. Libra is very much so coming together for a cause. What are we doing here together for this particular thing on this particular day? We're doing this because of A, B, and C. We wanted, there was this idea of world peace and being able to be, everybody to be kind of kumbaya in a world that was literally breaking down before our eyes. Quite literally breaking down before our eyes. And it's so interesting to look back on this generation moving into the 60s, because once again, this energy that is playing out during this time is definitely playing out in this current time. So I would definitely look into Neptune and Libra. I would also look into Neptune and Scorpio when y'all get a chance. Also too, Neptune and Pisces, as I said before. You want to look into Neptune and Pisces because this is the energy we're currently experiencing now. And you also want to look into Neptune and Aries because we will be experiencing Neptune and Aries in 2025. So look into it for sure. Definitely understanding the true meaning of sacrifice and going with the aesthetics of things. So Libra can be very surface based. Libra can be very surface based. Very surface based. It's cardinal air. So it'll start things, but sometimes it's hard for also Libra to finish. But when Libra is determined about doing something, it will follow through. It will definitely follow through. But when I say clinging to like the more so aesthetics of things, like Libra wants things to keep things happy and peaceful. It's easy for Libra to want to be like, all right, we're going to keep this stuff good and popping. I think when conflict comes into play, this is also a Neptunian thing as well. When conflict comes into play, it's easy for shit to be manipulative. It's easy for shit to, and not manipulative, let me not say manipulative. It's easy for things to be swept under the rug because Libra does not necessarily like to deal with heavy loads of conflict. It makes Libra feel uncomfortable. So, we're just going to keep it peaceful for now, says Neptune and Libra. We're just going to keep it cool for now. We don't have to talk about those things because we don't want to get too deep into that. We don't want to cause too much drama or too much conflict in that. Even though Libra can be very dramatic, definitely being dramatic, one of those more dramatic, on the dramatic end of the signs, Libra doesn't like conflict. Like, they might be able to start it, but they not going to finish it. They don't want to be in the middle of the shit. They just kind of want to be on the sidelines, like Gemini. Definitely. But Gemini, the thing about Gemini is, if we're talking about just air signs in general, Gemini will hold its own. It'll be like, all right, well, I mean, we're here. You feel me? I'm sorry, y'all. I might have to turn in and go inside for a second. But yeah, let me finish out this one and then we'll take it to the house. You feel me? Natural mediators, like I said, diplomats, spiritual and subconscious mind. Like I said, this energy, Neptune and Libra, is able to go to different worlds, whether that's a physical world or that's in the spiritual realm, because that's what Neptune rules, and is able to merge and bridge, bridge channels between people and between situations. It's easy for Libra to do that. It's like I said, it's easy for Libra to see both sides of the coin. And when you're able to see both sides of the coin, you're able to also find a solution and put that solution in motion. That's why a lot of times, anytime we have heavy Libra transits or heavy Libra transits, or if you look to see when a lot of organizations and organizing and movements started coming through, you see a lot of heavy Libra energy, or they were started in Libra season, or anything that had heavy Libra energy in it, you'll start to see that people started coming together during this Librian time. So yeah, that's a little bit about Neptune in Libra. We're going to move on to Neptune in Scorpio and finish off the week with Neptune in Scorpio. And then next week, we'll be doing Neptune in Sagittarius through Neptune in Pisces. So I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I'll see y'all soon.